Hi, if you don't know me, I'm Emma's husband, Frank. This lady has a life story that I guess the average person could never have survived. So many tragedies in her life. As a story she told me, she was born in the early 30s. Her father died when she was 12. But her mum survived and her mum kept her going, worked hard to make sure there was food on the table. Emma graduated in 1949, and on the way home from the graduation, there was an exhaust leak in their car. They ended up falling asleep and ended up in a ditch. Emma went through the windshield, ripping her knees apart. State trooper threw her in the back of his car and took her to the hospital. She survived. Went on to graduate. After graduation, she was about 18, 19 when she got married. She had two beautiful children, and then Chuck and Barbara. 6 years into the marriage, her husband died of brain cancer. Emma was left alone with two kids again. At the age of 22, her mum passed away. Then, the apartment she was living in, she made friends with the lady who owned the building. She had a brother who was out of the Navy, but worked for PPG. He would come over to the apartment to do small repair, maintenance work for his sister. That's when Emma met him. Both of them fell in love. And they had 26 years of beautiful marriage. I had a daughter called Cindy, and you've all met her today. With three kids, after 26 years, her husband caught cancer. She also caught cancer at the same time. Unfortunately, he passed away. She lost half of her right side, but she survived to go on again. And that's when I came into the picture. We had met online at a site called Hear Me, See Me, which was made by two kids out in California. We had spoken for about 6 months on the computer. We could see and speak to each other. One Saturday night, we decided to say goodbye, because I lived in British Columbia, she lived in Pennsylvania, and it was unlikely we would meet. But fate hadn't finished with us. Sunday night, in British Columbia, I get a phone call from Emma, and she's crying her heart out. I asked her, what's the matter? She said her best friend had just passed away. She went out to clean the snow off the sidewalk so her husband wouldn't have to do it, and had a heart attack. Emma was heartbroken, because that was her best friend. I had spoken to Katie 4 or 5 times on the telephone. Was when Emma went shopping with Katie, they would call me on the phone. And Emma said, look, we can't say goodbye now. But Emma's life wasn't that easy. She had went through 2 years of anxiety attacks where she wouldn't leave the house, wouldn't leave her bedroom, what I heard. And she had joined a group of 12 people that all had anxiety attacks. Only 2 of them ever finished. One was Emma and one was a black lady. They become very close friends. They finished this course. Emma started to go out and about again and drive. And that's when all of a sudden she says, I'm coming to British Columbia. I said, wait a minute. You've just got over anxiety attacks. How the hell are you going to get on an airplane and fly all the way to British Columbia alone? But she was determined. She was one Irish lady from Irish descent, and she was not going to give up. Everything was either Emma's way or the highway. And then when she moved to British Columbia, I'm a 32nd degree Freemason. And we were celebrating Robert Burns' birthday, one of the greatest poets the world's ever known. He was the one that wrote Auld Lang Syne back in the 17th century. The lodge decided to have a Robert Burns supper celebrating his birthday. Emma was the guest of honor. And now what that consists of is the haggis. The haggis was piped in. Emma loved to bagpipes. The haggis was piped in. Of course, myself and 2 other brothers got up, and we did the Ode to the Haggis, a poem written by Robert Burns. And every time we stabbed the haggis, we had to take a shot of scotch. consisted of 3 sorts of scotch. When we got time to feed, Emma was up first. She got us turnips and the potatoes, and she got a spoonful of haggis. Now when she put the haggis in her mouth, I have never seen anyone's eyes go so big. She says to me, "What is this?" I said, "It's a haggis. It's the greatest Scottish recipe." She said, "It's the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten." She wouldn't eat the rest. But we went on, and then she decided she didn't like British Columbia. The people up in northern British Columbia were not friendly. We decided to move to Vancouver. Then the customs stopped her pills coming across the border. That's when I said, "Look, we've got to move into the US so you can have your medicine." And we decided, Cindy had called her and said, "Look, why don't you come to Florida and look around?" 2001, we came down, we took a look around, we found a place, and we bought it. 2002, June, we moved down here. And then I was lucky enough to meet the people at Seaway. Mike Hyde in particular, and he hired me. And I was thankful for what he'd done. Because now I met the greatest people I'd ever worked with, was there at Seaway. Those people were so friendly, accepted me, and helped me to get on in Seaway. I had advanced in Seaway like I hadn't advanced anywhere else. I was an aircraft maintenance engineer by trade. But I'm in Canada, in British Columbia, or Ontario, or Alberta, they're not too friendly. Winnipeg was friendly, because we have a very close relationship with North Dakota. But in British Columbia, they weren't too friendly. Everybody was stabbing each other in the back. It may have been because of the culture situation in British Columbia. I don't know what it was. But when I came to Florida, I met the greatest people I had ever met, and I'm thankful for that. Emma was one strong lady who survived many ups and downs of life. She was survived by 7 grandchildren. Unfortunately, one had committed suicide a while ago, which was devastating to Emma. Then she has 2 daughters who survived. Her son, a few years ago, died of a heart attack. That hurt Emma. Now, this year, Emma would be sitting talking, and I said to her, "Who are you talking to?" She said, "I'm talking to Chuck, he's sitting right over there." 3 times she swore that Chuck had appeared on that Chesterfield across from us, and they were talking. I couldn't understand it. The night it happened, the day we got up, everything was normal. We had our breakfast, we took our pills, we sat down to watch our favorite channel. And we were talking. I got up, I made a small lunch. And then later on, I made a supper for us. Thick pork chops with green beans and mashed potatoes. And I did the pork chops in an apple sauce so it would be soft enough for her to eat, because she had trouble swallowing. She ate that pork chop and finished the supper. Everything was fine. We were sitting talking, watching her favorite channel. And then she said something to me and pointed to the Chesterfield again. And I turned to answer her. Her head went straight back and her mouth was open. She was gone. I raced to the phone and got the paramedics. They explained to me what to do, get her on the floor, give her CPR, which I did, which I went training when I was at Seaway. But when they came in and they put the machines on her, she was gone. It was unfortunate. Toby's was great. They got her prepared, and then I said my goodbyes. And her little dog kissed her before they took her out. As the paramedics were leaving, the police officer came to me. He said, "What's the matter?" I said, "Nothing, I'm just shaking. I can't believe this happened." He ordered the paramedics back in the house to put the machines on me. He said, "You better check him out." Everything was perfect. I said, "I'm just shaking." I said, I don't have a heart attack or nothing. I'm just shaking because of what's happened. The paramedic said, "Hey, your pressure's good, your blood pressure's good, everything else is perfect. There's nothing wrong with you." I said, "I know that." I said, "It's the police officer who brought you back, not me." But as I said, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get over Emma. 2 people in this world I have been through 3, 4 marriages. I'd only told two people in this world I loved her. One was my mother, the other one was Emma. And we had a good life, 21 years together. She's gone now, I have to accept that. But that's going to be hard. And I'm not leaving this place. We've got a house, and I'm staying in it. Her and her little dog and I, we're going to survive. One way or the other, we will make it. Just to please Emma, because that's what she would want. Thank you for coming. I certainly appreciate everybody that's here.